Hey everyone, Jeff here. So recently I decided to build a new pallet shed. I made one about 4 or 5 years ago, and it wasn't perfect. It's a pallet shed. You don't expect those things to be perfect, but I just, with a little more planning, I decided to make another one. I had gone back and forth in my head to whether purchase a new one or make one from scratch with lumber. Of course, those prices of lumber nowadays are quite high, but I decided to do it again and make another one. And a lot of the pallets that I got, my work, they just chuck them out. So I decided to grab a bunch of them, grabbed about 25, 30 of them, and I brought them back to my house. And now I'm making another shed. So I'll share with you in a second. So as you can see here, the pallet shed is about 8 feet by 10. The majority of the wood that I'm going to be using is repurposed from pallets and just second like stuff that I've left. So as you can see here, I've started my pallet shed already. As you can see, I use some OSB boards. Now I was gonna look at plywood, but those prices were astronomical. And this is just basically an outdoor shed to hold my tools and stuff, so wasn't really a big need to have the best, spend a lot of money on it. I grabbed these cinder blocks secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace, and then I got these pallets for my work, as I said earlier. And so yeah, this is what it looks like so far. And as you can see there, across the way, I grabbed a 2x4x10. I nail gunned those together with those pallet boards, put those up, and then I'm going to start on this side now. Just another point I wanted to say. Now you can see I put a little vapor barrier underneath, but all these pallets underneath are all the same. I got all the same pallets. Now, with the mistake I made with my previous pallet shed was that I had different pallets, different sizes. So I took a long time to piece together. And so doing it this way with the same pallets, same length. And what I did too is I shaved off the ends as well, because these stuck out about 2-3 inches and beyond. And that just helped with sizing them all together and butting them up to each other. So as we see here, you see my nail gun. You see the two pallets. This area here is going to become my doorway into the shed. But you can see here I got the 2x4x8. I'm going to nail gun on close to the bottom, and then we'll stand it up, and then we'll get going on the side walls and go from there. All right, there you go. I stood it up. This is looking at the opposite side, looking out, and yeah, that's the wall. That's the west-facing wall. And that right there is going to be my doorway. Excuse the mess in the back. This is kind of a construction zone right now. Believe it or not, this is actually middle of January. So the weather has been spectacular. It's like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius out. It's like 40-something degrees Fahrenheit, so it's wonderful. Hey, so as you can see here, all around the bottom part of the shed, I got all the pallets up. I've been debating on what to do when it comes to the next ones. I might chop some of these in half, and it's a lean-to. It's nothing spectacular, nothing too technical. And remember, this is a pallet shed. This is not going to be perfect, so I'm going to be doing a simple lean-to and covering it all up with Tyvek, and then gradually piece it together as the spring comes on. Just gonna share with you guys inside here. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And of course, this is where the door is gonna go. But it's coming together. And this is, oh yeah, by the way, didn't have what I did was I cut one of the pallets and I just pieced it in there. Looks pretty good. Hey, so I'm just completing today's work. I'd like to share with you what I've done so far. So I've completed the second level. What I'm going to do, as I said earlier, I have going to use mostly repurposed wood. Up here, for example, I'm going to get some 2x4s and level that off, and also in the top there. So with the lean-to, it'll just flow right down. All right. And that's what it looks like from the outside. So tomorrow I'm going to come back early and start on it again. Get an early start, hopefully get the lean-to done, and get it Tyvek'd up. Talk to everyone later.